Hello and welcome to a new episode of The Zoo. Today we're going to talk about modern self-service and a new product from BMC called My IT. It's a new way of requesting both business and IT services. And to talk me through not the product, but what it means to corporations and why now is a good time to look into it is Larry Toube, all the way from Vancouver. Hey, Larry.
How's it going?
Good, good. So you're the product manager for My IT, but you're also very deeply involved in general with our self-service approach to IT. What is it that's triggered this need for more modern self-service? Is the current solution not good enough, or people just want more?
I think it's a bit of both. I think in general, people are starting to look to their everyday lives. They have access to modern devices that present information to them when they need it. They are in control of the information that they get. They source and try different applications. They get rid of them very easily. Potentially with their home lives, they watch TV. It's not the TV that they want to watch, but it's more, it's not the TV that gets presented to them, but it's more when they want to watch it, how they want to watch it at their time. So an enterprise kind of struggled with that a little bit. They were still doing things in a slightly older way. So we're looking at ways to bring that same level of consumerization choice to the business user is really what the idea is.
And when you say consumerization, what's some of the features or capabilities in My IT that brings that forward?
So with My IT, we kind of looked at a few modern trends that we're seeing in the industry. I mean, really it started around how do we start to bring social was a bigger one of the driving forces into that. Having information from your peers is more valid than just random stuff that you might hear on through the stuff that IT just pushes down to you. So we looked at social was one of the big key aspects. And then with that, we started to look at how people interact with social today. There's the Twitters, the Instagrams. People talk in short sentences and hashtags and information. So we try to bring some of those concepts to the IT world to streamline how you interact with IT. People don't want to fill in big forms and do those type of interactions. They want to quick and easy, type a sentence, submit it, and hope that stuff gets done for them.
How about context-aware services? There's a lot of that out there. If I go to Amazon.com and you mentioned peer-assisted selection where we look at reviews that other people have written and so on. But another aspect that I find very exciting is that Amazon knows who I am, no matter where I come from, no matter what device I use. I also don't have to fill out my shipping address every single time I buy something. Have you brought that to the forefront of My IT as well?
Definitely, that was one of the guiding principles as well. So with a mobile-first approach, and obviously mobile changes the game substantially, but we do know who you are, what device you're accessing from. Are you on the web? Are you on a mobile device? What location are you in? And then we can provide most relative information to you based on those that type of information that we have, location, device, roles and responsibilities, and that's obviously all tied into permissions and the typical type of IT Active Directory type of information that we have. So the combination of all of those new tools provides us the ability to provide much richer, relative, up-to-date content to the users.
Interesting. So it sounds like a cool app, but why would IT care? I know they want to make our lives easier, but they also have business values and alignments to adhere to. So what's the upside for a service desk to roll out something like My IT?
I think the big one is probably around providing greater productivity to your end users. People don't want to be wasting time trying to find information, reading through different boards and different tools. So having one central tool that really knows who you are, expedites the information that you might get, provides it in a modern self-service tool, ultimately drives productivity. Productivity ultimately drives better satisfaction for your end users, and ultimately I think that with that satisfaction, and the tools in hand, there are less service level calls to your call agents, so we can reduce a ton of cost for the organization in the productivity gains as well as just the less burden on your first line agents potentially.
So fewer level 1 calls, more productive work staff, and overall cost savings.
Better satisfaction, exactly.
What's next? What are you guys planning to do to expand on the feature list as well as getting greater adoption with My IT?
I mean, obviously, with the whole digital workspace revolution, we're kind of looking at all those aspects. How can we enhance what we already have, expand those capabilities? But we're also starting to look at the other aspect, which is around content, and how can we pack the shelves, per se. So we're looking at investing in greater aggregation and publication tools, and ultimately which will service into the MyIT interface as a primary distribution or consumption mechanism. And then we're continually looking at providing greater transparency for end users, so giving them a sense of their impact on the organization, proactivity, being able to proactively present more relative information to users at the time that they need it. So rather than having users drive to MyIT when they have a problem, having MyIT predicting certain aspects and coming to end users, again, providing greater gains for them and alleviating some of the burden that you might put on an organization today.
Sounds like you bringing the Amazon to the enterprise almost. Very exciting.
That's kind of what we're trying to do.
Great. Well, thank you, Larry. I really appreciate you taking the time to sharing with the Zoo what MyIT and modern self-service is. For all out there, take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.